Finally, my economic injury disaster loan, you know, that EIDL, has been finally approved through the SBA. It only took them 8 weeks and 6 days to approve something that, honestly, really should have been done in about a week, maybe 2. Oh well. That's 62 days my business and millions of others nationwide have waited for the emergency funds that we need to keep our doors open during this pandemic. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a successful entrepreneur, author, YouTuber, real estate investor, and I'm even a volunteer paramedic. Now, today's video is going to be a little shorter and different than normal, as honestly it wasn't a planned video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update as to the status of my EIDL. Now, honestly, this is the second time I've recorded this video. The first time was with my brand new Sony Alpha A6400 camera. Well, that turned into a complete I was so frustrated I packed it up and sent it right back to Amazon. So now I'm back to my 5-year-old Nikon D5500DX camera. Now, if anybody has any suggestions for a better camera, why don't you make some comments down below and let me know. As many of you know, back in March 23rd, I applied for the Emergency Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL, that was all part of the CARES Act for 2 of my businesses. The first was for AutoCorner, one of my technology startups, and the second was for the Carlson Organization. That's my real estate and investment holding company. This was before the SBA had their website portal set up, and honestly the process was a little bit convoluted, but it still worked. Then, about a week later on March 30th, the SBA announced that they had set up their website portal and asked everybody to kindly resubmit their application into this new portal. They assured us that we would not lose our place in line. So, I went to the portal and I submitted my application for both of my companies, and I heard nothing for 2 weeks. Okay, I was fine with that. On April 13th, Experian emailed me and notified me of 2 inquiries on my personal credit report. Now, this made sense as I applied for 2 separate loans, one for each business. Then, a few days later, on April 15th, the SBA sent me an email telling me to create an online portal account for AutoCorner. I gave them all the information. Nothing was heard. Silence. Crickets. Nothing. Now, nothing was heard back from my second business at this time. I created the portal like I asked, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited. Then on May 15th, a month later, I finally gave the SBA a call asking what was going on. And honestly, my experience, that was interesting. The first rep that I spoke with couldn't even find my applications. Then a second rep told me that everything was processed and I would get an email pretty soon. Then a third one told me that the money from the grant had been deposited in my account, but for some reason my bank returned it. All right, excuse me? What? Seriously? Come on now. I confirmed with the rep the correct routing and account numbers, and she claimed that both of my businesses had the grant money deposited, but for some reason my bank, Wells Fargo, had returned the amounts. I thanked her for her time, and then I called my bank. The bank checked with their information and said they had no record of any such attempted deposit, and the only way they would reject a deposit was if the name on the account was incorrect. Both bank accounts in question are business checking accounts. They are properly set up in the business name and in the business EIN number. Honestly, my only guess is maybe the SBA attempted to deposit under my personal name and SSN instead of the business. That sounds kind of stupid, but it's only a guess. And both of these accounts regularly get ACH deposits from some of my customers. So I get these deposits on a regular basis, and this is the first time I've ever seen one rejected or rejected. Now, I called the SBA back, and now rep number 4 told me she couldn't find my applications. Oh, great. Back to this again. Now, I went over to rep number 5, and this one said, yes, we found your information, and we'll email you when it gets processed. Any additional information I asked, all he would rudely tell me is, you'll get an email. All right, so I waited. Now, I know the SBA reps are under a massive amount of stress, and it's not their fault the system that they use is massively underpowered to handle the millions and millions of applications that are coming in. But honestly, if they would just provide slightly more insight into the exact status of the loan on their website portal, that would stop businesses from having to call needlessly for more information. Finally, I received an email yesterday saying that my SBA loan for AutoCorner had been approved, that they wanted me to read over the documents and sign them. So I logged into the web portal, I read and signed all the terms, and I approved the loan. It's a 30-year fixed rate at 3.65%, with no payments due for the first year. So now I guess I have to wait some more, because I have no idea how long it will take for the funds to get deposited. I'm hoping within a few days, I'm not sure. Alright, a really quick update for you guys. As I was editing this video, the deposit was made into my bank account. So it took about 3 days after I signed the agreements for the money to show up in my bank. Now, I've still not heard a single thing back from my other EIDL loan, which was technically applied for before the AutoCorner application. So their claim of process in the order it was received is total. Thankfully, I was able to make contact with a rep at the SBA that was very kind and actually cared. And she was able to get back with me with every one of my questions. So thank you, Latasha. You're awesome and you deserve a raise. In fact, the other SBA reps that I spoke with, they should be fired and you should be given their pay. Now, she's currently looking into the first application status, and hopefully she can tell me something. When I find out, I'll let you guys know. Now, thankfully, from the financial standpoint, I have enough cash reserves to pay the bills and keep the lights on. Now, have you guys applied for an EIDL? What's the status? Leave a comment down below and let me know what's going on. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.